Hey my lovely YouTubers, it's me Morgan Tracy J coming today from my kitchen. Guys, it is December and so I thought I would go ahead and switch up some of my videos this month and try a little vloggy style, kind of just things I do on the everyday basis but actually record and talk to you guys while I do it. So in this video I am going to be cooking an upside down pineapple cake, and all I'm going to be using is a yellow cake mix with a touch of brown sugar and some pineapple slices for the bottom, which when you turn it upside down, that's where you get the upside down pineapple cake from. Now let's get into what you need. So what you need is a box of either yellow cake mix or an upside down pineapple cake box. You also need some pineapple slices or chunks. You need some brown sugar or light brown sugar. You also need 3 eggs and some vegetable cooking oil and a pan that you're willing to put your cake mix in, and a big mixing bowl, either a blender, or if not, you can definitely use a fork or a whatever one of these thingies are. I don't know what these are called. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start mixing some things up in my very big mixing bowl. I'm just going to read the directions on the back, mix everything in this bowl, and we're going to get talking about how to heal from things in your life that caused you a lot of trauma. So how to heal from even traumatic things, and I'm going to talk to you about that as soon as we get mixing our bowl. So the first thing we have to do is we have to set our oven to 350. So let's say 250. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and start mixing everything in our bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that right now. Okay, so now we're going to add 3 large eggs and a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. However, I don't really have an actual measuring cup, but I think these little cups are really small. They're like my hot chocolate cups. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna just do a little bit in here and wing it. I don't know if that's very safe, people. I didn't even use one when I was actually measuring at my mom's house when I made my first one. So yeah, so we're gonna do 3 eggs. Next, we're going to add the oil. And then next, we're going to add water. We need 1 cup of water. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to start mixing this thing. We're using a whisk. That is what this thing's name is, a whisk. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Now, the reason why I really wanted to do this video because I wanted to talk to you about dealing with trauma in your life. So if you've ever been in a relationship and got your heart broken, if you've ever been abused in any way, if you've ever had to deal with things like in your life or things that really hurt you, then that could be considered a traumatic event. And I want to help you heal from those things. Because the truth is, many seasons I would pray to God about the hurt in my heart. I would pray, but I always learned that the way I really overcame them was actually dealing with them, not running from them. And so I don't know if any of you are like me, but for many days, what I would do is if I would get a traumatic idea, if I would get a reminder of something that happened to me, I would ignore it. I would push it away really fast and keep going. However, I don't believe you have to capture every one, but I think if it's something you're not willing to face, then that means it's something that you really have not dealt with. So many times God would show me things in my childhood, things about my own self, things that I did, and that would just bring me so much shame and like guilt, and I would push it away. Like if it was something I said to my mother, if it was something I did to an ex, like just things like that, it would show me and I'd be like, oh no, that's not me anymore. However, there are sometimes things we have to truly heal from. Because what I've learned is that if you do not face it and if you cannot talk about it, you have not truly healed from it. So the truth is, it says that we overcome by our testimony, when we tell our testimony. And so I'm gonna tell you right now that my traumatic experiences have been a lot for one person. And I know it because my body has kept the count. Even if I couldn't remember things fully, my body would tense up around certain things, or when certain things would be going on, I would feel like I was gonna have a panic attack, and I'd be like, what's wrong? Like, my mind is so clear. I have so much joy. Like, what is going on? But the truth is, many times, sometimes things happen to us in the moment, and we don't understand it, but our body will keep the count. So if you found yourself feeling like you're having panic attacks, stress, like you're just always stressed out and you can never just have peace, then it's usually from something inward, maybe something that has happened to you, something that you need to still heal from. Okay, I quit recording for a second because my refrigerator came on and I think it's trying to make ice up there. So anywho, if you hear some click, 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 it's because my refrigerator is trying to make ice, which I did turn it off. So the ice machine. So anyways, if I could tell you anything about dealing with traumatic events in your life, if I could give you one huge piece of advice about anything that is traumatic in your life, I would say deal with it. Face it head on, because it's a lot of times, even growing up in families, you don't talk about traumatic events. You don't talk about things that really hurt you. And a lot of times we don't know how to deal with emotions. And all right, now I'm mixing this bowl, just so you know. And we don't know how to deal with emotions. And so my biggest encouragement is to deal with it. Face your struggle. If a reminder, an image comes up from your past and you feel like you can't look at it or you can't talk about it, that means you have not overcome it, okay? Lesson learned. Because many seasons God would show me things and I'd be like, no. But I want to tell you, there was a time when God showed me a lot of stuff from my childhood, a lot of things I did, and I literally was in like fetal position, just crying. And I remember feeling like, God, I am so broken. Like when I seen it all and just the hurt in my heart, I was like, God, I'm so broken. And then I also said, God, why am I crying over this? I'm a grown woman. Like, this is the past. Let the past be the past. Like, get over it, girl. I was being very hard on myself when God said, but it's because you're still hurting from it. You'll quit crying about it when you quit hurting from it. And you thought you healed from it when truly you've pushed it to the back of your mind and kept moving forward, which is beautiful. But now before you go too much further, I need you to heal from this right here so you don't bring it into your next relationship, so you don't teach your children this stuff. Like, there's so many things that I feel like as a Christian that you're supposed to become awakened to. There's so many things in your life that you're going to say, I need to still heal from this. I still need to let this part of me go. I still need to let that story go. The oven's ready. So that is something that I would always want to encourage you guys on, is like when you are really feeling like you have healed from something and you don't need it, you don't need to be healed anymore, you're not truly there. And I've learned it many times. There were times I thought, God, okay, you healed me from all this, amen. Like, there's nothing left, you know, I'm whole in you, amen. But then once again, I would find myself broken before the feet of God because there were still broken pieces in my heart. And I want to tell you, your healing journey is ongoing. That's why I talk about prayer journaling. That's why I talk about sitting with the Lord and fasting. Because the truth is, I may be up here preaching and talking messages, but I'm still going through my healing seasons. Because there was once a time when I didn't live a godly lifestyle. And also, too, I didn't control certain things in my life. I couldn't control certain things in my life. And so there are things I'm still healing from to this day. And I think it's okay. It's okay to be a healing process, to be in the process of healing. When some people used to say something about healing to me, I used to be like, like, I'm healed, y'all. Like, I'm whole. Yes, girl, you are whole in Jesus Christ. But there's still some physical matter here, some physical things here in your heart that still needs to be dealt with, that still needs to be healed. And so if you were somebody who feels like you can't address certain things in your family, that's okay. Address it with Jesus Christ, because that is where my healing has come. It has not come through the works of Morgan. It has not come through a therapy or anything. It has become with my personal time with God. It's come through my prayer journaling, where I've got to deal with different things in my life. And I want to tell you how the body really keeps count. There were seasons when I used to get whoopings and I would have welts on my body. And I remember one time I was in my living room and I was crying, and God just like started to show me the welts. Like, and I just like, although there was no more welts on my arms or anything, but I could feel the, like, I was like looking for it. And he's like, see, your body keeps the count. I'm trying to heal the body because the body is hurting. Like, your mind may be clear, but your body is struggling. Your body is needing to go through its healing process. And so I want to encourage you guys with that, although I'm making upside down pineapple cake. I want to encourage you guys with that, is to be willing to go through the healing process in your body, okay? All right, guys, so the oven is ready and it's pretty mixed up very well. I did a lot of mixing while I was talking, okay? I was like, but now I need to work on the bottom of the pan. And so what you do is you want to melt butter and put your brown sugar at the bottom of your pan. And then you want to lay out your pineapples, and then we'll put the cake mix, and then you're ready to pop that bad boy in the oven, okay? And so that's what I'm about to do right now. All right. Okay, now once that is all done, what you want to do is you want to add your melted butter. And what I do is I just pour it all over it and just go ahead and make some lines, hit your edges really good. And now this right here is your time to pour your butter around. Your melted butter is going to be your best friend because you are spreading it out. I'm sure there's an easier way of doing this, but you know, nothing's good unless you're being difficult. Now there's a lot of butter over here. It's too cake. Okay, we're pouring this sucker all out, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're just going to, dang, there's so much butter on this side. Okay, let me just do that. All right, I'm just moving the butter around the pan with the sugary substance. All this sugar is crazy. Okay, all right, brown sugar, I think we gotcha. I think you're good, brown sugar. I think I'm failing miserably at this. But you know what? I promise it's still gonna be good, regardless of what it looks like. Have y'all ever, as I'm playing with this brown sugar, have y'all ever watched the movie Brown Sugar? And it's like, I met this girl when I was 10 years old, and what I love most, she has so much soul. You ever watch that? Okay. I don't know why I was doing this. I thought of that song. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and open up our pineapples. Come on, Great Value, sponsor me. I'm just kidding. So when you open up your pineapples, you're welcome to keep all that juice and drink it, or even put it in there a little bit. I've seen people do that before, but your girl won't be doing all that, okay? So what you want to do is you want to take your you can have a whole circle pineapple, or you can have pineapple chunks, and you just want to lay it down. And I just ripped that one, so it's all good. Be careful, they're kind of flimsy-ish. Alright guys, that is your base. Now you're welcome to add cherries in it. I didn't because I don't really care for cherries in it that much, but you are definitely welcome to add cherries. All right guys, here's our upside down pineapple cake. We're gonna go ahead and throw it in the oven. Shouldn't take it too long. When I cooked it the other time, it was 31, so or 33, 31 or 33. Let's see how long this one is. This is a different oven, so it may be quicker. So let's go. Hey guys, well, I'm back, and I took the great cake out of the oven and I let it sit for a while because I had a group call with my team, which went amazing. And I decided, which they already seen this, I decided that I was gonna finish the video out, but the cake sunk, y'all. It sunk. Like, it literally sunk. I just cooked this cake this past week and this one sunk on me. I don't know why it sunk. I don't think I did anything wrong. The only thing I can think about is I didn't put enough oil, but it's because olive oil just has a funny taste to me. I don't know. So it sunk, okay guys? Like, this is what happens when when you're learning how to cook at 26 years old, okay? And let's just turn it over, okay? Maybe the flip will be better. Okay, hand in the sunken place. I really don't know. The buttered egg. It wasn't, it didn't even finish cooking in the middle. But the edges are good. But if you see that, it's not done. It literally is like the middle. Like, why did it do it like this? Like, why didn't it get cooked? It was in there for like 30 something minutes, like almost 40 minutes. So this is the truth, okay? I tried it. That's the results. Now, guys, I hope you got encouraged and blessed by this video. Somehow my ratchet upside down pineapple cake was a good video. But hopefully you got encouraged by the message of trauma and how to deal with that. And I guess I'll end it because I don't get to eat it. Anyways, okay. Love you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you in my next video. If you're new here, make sure you like, you subscribe, and you might not want to share this one with a girlfriend, okay? Because you're not going to get no cooking tips, okay? But anywho, love you guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.